Hi everyone, it's another day, another share, and I want to share some returning products that have just been restocked and some new products that just came in. Alright, so and some kits that have been re-kitted. So I'm going to start with the returning and re-kitting of some stuff. So I'm just going to go over here and get this. Alright, so I re-kitted this pattern with this, and this is the Tulip Tango from Robin Pickens, and I made a design and I've kitted the pattern with the fabric. So this is your background fabric, this is your border, and then you have all these fat quarters to make the blocks and the leftover for the binding. So the binding is all included in this. So, and it's really, really fast. This is a fast one. Not hard to do. Now, this is the original background, and I was able to do one more kit, this kit, with that background fabric from the original pattern. But I kitted another one. Let me just reach over here and grab this. Oy! I kitted another one with the same pattern, but a darker background. So if you look at this one, if you look at one's lighter than this one's lighter than this one, So, but they're still really pretty. All the other fabrics are the same. The only thing that changes from one kit to the other is this. They are separated on the website, so you know when you make an order, you know that you can choose which one you want. It's all set up. Now, I wanted to show you the returning products, and that's the Stripology. This is the extra large. So the Stripologies are back in, and this is the smaller one. All right. So they've returned into this store, and now I'm going to go into the new rulers that have arrived and some new patterns. The first new ruler that I've never had in is a 24 by 6 inches. Yeah, 6 by 24 creative grid. For those of you who prefer the black and white lines, those are in now. I have 2 available, and so that's good. I've never had those in for sale, but they are in now. I want to show you some of the new patterns that came in. I am actually a big fan of Jaybird quilts. I love her quilt patterns. I love her ruler. The simplicity of her patterns are phenomenal, and they are very modern and fun because you're working her patterns. It's all about the color or the texture of the fabric that brings out her patterns. This one is a little bit different. She's not only using solids or anything like that, but she is really playing with her patterns and her shapes, and also with the tones and patterns of the fabrics. So it's called Park Bench. It is a block of the month design, and it's a book form. It uses the Hexagon and Sidekick, which I have in stock, and when I sell out, I would be buying, I'll bring more in, obviously. I have a few of her patterns. I have some more simpler ones also that you could check out, but her stuff is great. Jaybird Quilts, and she does some really beautiful modern patterns that have traditional patchwork skills. All right, so that's one of them. That's new. Check that one out and the other ones that I have of hers. Now I have the Showering Stars from Robin Pickens, And this is a really, really stunning quilt. It is 75 by 90. You could make it wider. 90 inches long is a very good size length for any bed. But if you need it wider than the 75, it's quite easy to widen this. But you will have to add fabrics to the, if you need to make something bigger. But it is, all you have to do is take one of these rows of a star and all the rectangles that she's, you know, below or in front of or above it, and just add it to one of the sides and go from there. So it's a very easy pattern to enlarge. So this is the Showering Stars by Robin Pickens. So I got one of her new patterns in. All right, now I have not had any of hers. This is the first pattern I'm bringing in of hers. I really like the concept of these patterns, how they're presented. Heartland Heritage Block of the Month Quilt Pattern by Inspiring Stitches. Okay, it's a block of the month. Each month, everything is in there. I'm selling it as a full pattern. I am not kidding this or anything. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not. And each month is a card in the pattern. So it's a really, I thought it was interesting, very scrappy, great scrap buster, and that's what it's written for. She does say that you need to have, the quilt top is measuring 68 by 74 and requires 5 yards of total background fabric and an assortment of your favorite scraps or fat quarters. So this is a scrap busting quilt. All you have to do is make sure that you have 5 yards, okay, not meters, yards of background fabric if you want to use this exact same background. So yeah, I think this is a fun quilt. All right, so those are new. Now, I have brought in some new Creative Grid rulers, so I wanted to show you those next. So the new Creative Grid rulers, this one is Hexagon trim tool. Okay, there's 3 different versions of the Hexagon block that they use or show you. This one at the end, I think that would be a nice one to use with a focus fabric. And so that's really, really nice. So that is the Hexagon trim tool. So that's brand new. The next one is, I have 2 of them. The first one is the 6-inch Curvy log cabin trim tool. So it makes a curved log cabin. See how they're showing you different setups for that one. So this is 6 inches. And I also brought in the 8-inch Curvy curve ruler. And they have more ideas on how to put those together. So the Creative Grids, this is a little pamphlet. This black thing, it's folded, and it's a little pamphlet with all the instructions on how to use their rulers. So that's the Curvy ruler. And now I wanted to go and show you the new rulers that I also brought in from Creative Grid, Pineapple Trim Tool Mini. So this one does the 4, the 5, and the 6-inch size blocks. Okay, and I also brought in the next size up, Pineapple Trim Tool, and this one does the 6, 8, and 10-inch blocks. Okay, And then I also brought in the 12-inch skinny pineapple. The skinny pineapple ruler. So that's kind of cool. So I have all 3 sizes. And that's pretty fun. Now, the last thing I wanted to show you is some patterns that I brought in to use some of these rulers, and some that I already had. So the first one, and I've had this in stock, this pattern uses the Creative Grid Scrap Crazy 6 templates. And this one's called Emerald City, and it's 57 by 72. And that's the pattern. Oop-a-die, right there. Okay, so it uses these guys, and I've had these in for a little while, and they're a lot of fun. And if you like to experiment, this kind of ruler, I have different sizes in this kind of concept, and different. I have this crazy Scrap Crazy 8, and then I have something else for 8. But this I brought in a pattern for it, and I also have a book about it that I've shown in the past. But there's several templates in here, and if you get really creative, you can do some fun things. You can do some you can use like different ones to bring something together to make different ideas. Now, I've had the Cat's Cradle tool for a little while, and I found a pattern that spoke to me. This is called Star Bright. It is a table runner. It's 19 by 45. It uses this ruler to make that quilt. There you go. So that I just brought in. Now I have had this pattern, and I'm re-showing it to you because I brought in a lot of other patterns from the same it's called cut loose press stuff. So I've had this one for a little while. It's Woven Jewel Box. It's designed by Christy Moser, and I love her patterns. I have a few of her other patterns that uses this ruler, and this is a really fun ruler. It's the 60-degree diamond ruler. There's some samples on the back of the instruction sheet showing different ways of using this ruler and getting different patterns. She is quite innovative with using this. She comes up with some really amazing patterns to use this ruler with, and I have other patterns for this ruler, so check that out. Now, I have brought in 3 different patterns to use some of the new pineapple rulers. So the first pattern I want to show you is this one, and it uses the large 12-inch ruler. So this is a table runner called Pineapple Surprise, and it's 18 by 37. That's the pattern. And it uses the 12-inch. And this one actually, it does a 6, a 9, and a 12. So there's 3 sizes in this one. I didn't notice that till now. I thought it just did the 12. But no, I'll stand corrected. It does a 6-inch block, a 9-inch block, and a 12-inch block. So that's pretty good, and that is the pattern. So this pattern is actually using 2 sizes, but you just need the 1 ruler, which is fantastic. Okay, and then the next one I wanted to show you, it uses tropical fruit, and it uses the pineapple trim tool that does the 6, 8, and 10-inch blocks. Let me show you the tropical, and it's 52 by 62, tropical fruit. Yeah, that's the pattern. And it uses this one, the middle size. And that does the 6, 8, and 10. I'm not sure what size block they're using here. I think it's a 10 they're using. So that, and these patterns are really easy to do this one bigger if you want. It's 52 by 62, but you just make more pineapple blocks. That's all. You just make more. You just have to recalculate your yardage. So they're very easy to make bigger. Now the last one that I wanted to show you is the Pineapple Pop Out Spice. This is really pretty. The colors grabbed my attention. And this one is, again, 51 by 62. It has a scrappy border with the leftover fabrics from the blocks. And it uses two rulers. It uses the Pineapple Trim Tool Mini. And like I said, the Mini has sizes 4, 5, and 6-inch blocks that you can do with this. And it also uses the regular pineapple, which does the 6, 8, and 10-inch. So it uses these two rulers. It uses these two rulers. This is the pattern. And I like the fact that they used leftover fabrics to make a scrappy borders with the leftovers. It just ties everything in. It's bright. You can do all these patterns in any colorway that you would like. It's a traditional block, but what I like is that they are using some really nice colors and fabrics to make them look a lot more modern. This one looks really modern. So that is it for today. I will put the link down below for all these products that just came in, and the link for the restocking and rekitting of the kits. So we will see you on the next other day, another share. Bye-bye.